Good morning. It is 5:55 a.m. Halfway packed up, halfway done with breakfast, been drinking some coffee. I look down by the water and looks like somebody came in and is cowboy camping down there. And I'm gonna need to get a little more before I leave, so I'm gonna have to be quiet. So I'm gonna be quiet for now and I'll be back when I'm walking. Okay, it is 6:21 and I am walking. This is the kind of campsite that I had in my mind thought, let me just turn around, look at this. That was my view. This is the kind of campsite that I kind of imagined that there was gonna be a lot of on the AZT. And I've seen places like this, but I've always passed them like in the morning or early afternoon or times you're not gonna camp. So anyway, now we're back to 12 point whatever it is to town. When I get service, I'll contact the trail angel and see what the deal is with that. I walked down to get some more water because, man, I drank a lot of water last night. When you think about how much water your body can even use, I drank between water and milk like a liter before I left the hotel yesterday morning. I drank pretty much all the 4 liters I carried, and I drank probably more than 2 liters at camp last night. So I had like 7 liters of fluid. Feel good today. When I walked down there to get some more water, because I just wanted to carry plenty today, there were 2 people cowboy camped down there. They had bigger packs, but they didn't even have air pads. They were just sleeping on thin foam pads on the rocks. The one kind of woke up a little bit and looked at me like, where the heck you come from? And I turned around and looked, and where they were, you couldn't see my tent. I couldn't see them from my tent unless I was out of it and standing up, because we were 150 yards apart probably. I was a good ways up from that water. I have no idea who they are. I haven't seen them before. I don't know if they're through hiking, section hiking, or what they're doing. But maybe I'll meet them later. Who knows? But for now, my goodness, this is a beautiful morning. It was a good night. I slept pretty good too. So I woke up several times, but I did sleep good. So for now, let's get to walking. Hey there, moo cow. I'm coming through. I don't like coming right by these cows with the horns. Hey, baby girl. Don't look at me like that. Hey, cows, coming through. Hey, cows. It is 8:15. I'm 5.3 in with like 6.4, I think, or something like that to go. I've got a dilemma that I'm trying to think through here. So keeping in mind that I'm on this kind of a schedule right now until I get to Pine because of the timing with the reservation needed to get the shoes and all that. So going into Superior today, I need to get back on trail early tomorrow because I need a big day tomorrow in order to make it to Roosevelt Lake Marina the next day while they're open. Because the marina has a restaurant and a store for some resupply. But I think they're only open like 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that. And I would like to get there in time to like eat at the restaurant. Also, my plan for this trip, this town trip, I have almost a day of food, and I'm going to get 3 more. So that gets me enough to get the pace in. But I'm not going to get anything extra. It's going to kind of be a light resupply, like a light 3 days, if you will. Once I'm halfway to Payson, that'll be like the marina, and then I can get a little more resupply there. So I really don't want to miss out on the marina. I've seen a lot of people post pictures in the Facebook group of having a beer on the water and having a meal, and that was something I kind of wanted to do. The other part of this is I'm a little bit apprehensive about staying with the trail angel because I don't know when it was, about 10 days ago maybe, everybody there had noro. Haven't heard of any issues since that cleared up, but noro is like highly contagious and not easy to get rid of it once. But anyway, I assume that's no longer an issue. But there are definitely going to be more people that have not done the 25-mile water carry and drink from that river, the Gila River, and likely would be having noro about the time they got there. So that's kind of on my mind. There's also a small motel that caters to hikers. It's only about $100 a night. It's supposed to be really centrally located to walk to food and everything. And they include rides to and from the trail, I believe, and they have laundry. So, I don't know. It's one of the things I wanted to do on this trail was to try to do some things a little cheaper when possible. But the other side of that is I do prioritize my videos, and I usually have to stay in places or stay in town more often than others sometimes would, so I can get the videos uploaded and all that. So I have not made up my mind what I'm doing. I wish I knew a little more about the accommodations and how many people would be at the Trail Angels house. I assume I would still have to give her like probably a $40 donation or something. So if you're looking at a 40 or 100 between the motel and there, it would definitely be more comfortable at the motel for me, having my own space and all that. But then there's the experience. As long as the noro doesn't come along with it, the experience of staying with MJ is supposed to be cool. So I don't know. Those are the things I'm overthinking and trying to decide this morning. I need to make decisions here soon. When I get some cell service, I'll probably reach out to either MJ or the motel, one or the other or both, to get some information. Something I have not mentioned yet this morning, I don't think. I camped last night at mile 290.5, and I have hiked like 9.3 this morning. So you know what that means? We are almost at 300 miles. I'll be looking for the sign here, but that's a pretty good milestone here. That means in 5 days, I will be at 400, and that would be halfway. So here this last several days with all the bigger miles, we're really moving along here. Feels good to be making some progress. There we got it. And just like that, we're 300 miles in on the AZT. I've got a little over 2 to this trailhead parking lot, and I still have actually not had cell service. I've had the infamous fake 1 bar of 5GE, but I tried to make a call and nothing goes through. So hopefully I have some signal up here pretty quick so I can have a ride there when I get there, or maybe it'll be a busy enough place I can just easily hitch in. All right, I walked just a little bit further, and this is even a bigger, more robust sign. All right, where I intended to get off is 1.7 from here, but then there's a highway 2.3 from here. I still have 0 cell service, so I can't call. And depending on how, I see cars down there, but sometimes it's harder to get a hitch on a highway. But if it's like a 2-lane highway, then maybe. But yeah, I was hoping to have been able to make some calls before I get there to know what the options are and get some details. I'm leaning towards just staying at the motel because I know I'll be more comfortable having my own space. I'll be able to turn the air on and just lay down. I'll get there a little earlier than I expected. I'll get down to the road before 11, which is kind of nice because one of the things I really do like on through hikes is to be able to spend some time and explore the towns. I looked on the map. The motel is pretty central located, everything easily walkable. So if I'm going to get there and be able to just walk around, do errands, go to lunch, that'd be the way to go. But the deal sealer there is I need to talk to this guy and make sure he does do shuttles back to the trail, and that he'll bring me back here in the morning early enough that I can make the miles I need to make tomorrow. Hey, little one. Hey, little one. I can see the parking lot, and there are a few cars in it, but I haven't seen any people. So I don't know. I'm going to get up there and check out the situation. But I'll probably have to just keep going to the highway. Still not a Scotia cell signal. I don't know why. This was supposed to be, this is like a big trailhead parking lot, I think. This is where that race started from. So I was assuming, especially since it's by something called a highway, that there'd be cell signal, but no such luck. Oh, there's a trail register. I'll sign that. 2 people signed in this morning already, and they put a note on there. They sunrise hiked here. So I've caught 2 more people somewhere, or almost caught 2 more people. They probably have already made their way to town somehow. It looks like all these cars are just parked here, probably like overnight for hiking. I don't know. Yep, no signs of anyone here. So I'm gonna keep going up towards the highway and see if I can hitch in from there. Look at that, under 500 to Utah. All right, I got a cactus blooming. Check that out. Okay, I had 1 bar of service. I'm here at the highway, almost. And I called the motel. So the lady, the answer was very nice, but she said she's at the dentist. She told me that she could do $85 in plus tax for hiker rate. And she said she can't come get me at the trail now because she's at the dentist. But she can bring me back in the morning. So that's what I'm gonna do, I think. She said to call MJ for a ride if I needed to. But I'm almost to the road. I'm gonna see if I can hitch. There's been some cars. And she said she won't be back till like 2 o'clock. But if the room's ready, she said tell her mom to give me the key when I get there, or me call her back. I don't know. It's definitely a small motel, but she seemed to be very nice, and all the comments were that she caters to hikers and all. So if I can get a hotel room for $85, that is a no-brainer. So now let's just see if I can get a ride to town. I'm up on the highway. There were several cars went by as I was trying to climb up here. Kind of a steep little bank. Right when I got up here there was one, but no such luck. So there's a spot they can pull over here. Now I just need to, oh, here comes a car here too. I gotta go. All right, a whole bunch of cars have come by, no luck yet. Okay, so I relented. I called a shuttle to see if it was possible, and she said she'll be here shortly. So I've got to walk back down to this road so she can easily pick me up. So that's where I'm heading. I'll get to town in a little bit. Sometimes I wonder how I get myself into these predicaments. Okay, so I got to town. I felt bad. MJ seemed like she was very disappointed that I was wanting to stay at the motel. But I asked her the situation. She said there's no private rooms available. She said she had 9 people there last night. A couple stayed over. She thought she had a few more coming in today. And I really just don't want to share a bunk room, especially if I can get a motel room for $85. The room is small. It's dated. It's interesting, but it actually, man, it looks better on this camera than it really is. It's fine for $85. It's got a refrigerator, a freezer, and a microwave, which is huge. And it's only a little after 11, and I'm already in it, so that's good. I've actually paid nothing. The lady that was at the dentist told me to find her mom at the office and told her mom to give me a key. Just give her my name, and then she'd deal with me later today. Like, here's the kind of, like, it's half constructed. But hey, I'm gonna get this air conditioner going, get kind of organized a little bit, and then figure out the grocery store.
went into the coffee shop and got a lemonade, and unfortunately their Wi-Fi wasn't very fast. So I was going to upload a video, but it was saying like an hour. I didn't want to stay there that long. So I'm walking to the grocery store, but the maps were kind of janky, and at first it had me walking up the highway with no shoulder. And then I realized I was the wrong way. I had to like climb down a really steep hill. And now I'm just kind of walking through some random areas trying to find the grocery store. Okay, when I was coming into town, I asked the driver if the grocery store was like a regular full-size grocery store with like a deli and everything, and she said yes. I think we had different ideas in mind. Far Out said this town had full services, which usually means like multiple motels and all that. I don't think this is a much smaller town than I anticipated. Okay, that grocery store was one of the worst resupply options I've ever seen for a grocery store. They had no electrolytes, no single packs of coffee, no protein bars. They really didn't have a lot of options. So I ended up with, this is gonna be a rough resupply. I have one peak refuel meal already for one dinner. I'm gonna have 3 different dinners of ramen because that was the only option. I do have 2 packs of peanut butter left over that I can put with them to make them a little better. And I got a couple snacks, less than half. I mean, none of it is like nutritious at all. So now I'm gonna go to Family Dollar and see what I can find there. But this is gonna be, sometimes this is just how it works. I'm not gonna have a very good resupply. Okay, leaving the Family Dollar. Between this and the grocery store, I've got enough. And I was trying to do just kind of a bare bones 4-day resupply anyway, because there's the opportunity to probably add on at Roosevelt Lake. So I have enough, and it was cheap enough, but maybe that's a reflection of the quality of what I've got. I also got a soda for the room. I got a box of pizza rolls and some ice cream, because I'm gonna just kind of relax for a while, just eat something here in the room. And then there's a place not far, just down the way, that has like subs and pizza that I'll probably go to later today. So I met Sam, took care of everything at the motel. She's taking me and another hiker back in the morning, talked to him. We all confirmed we're leaving at 7 a.m. So everything is going perfectly. It is 2:15 and I am laying in bed. So I've showered, cleaned up, I ate some pizza rolls and drank a squirt. And I just did shower laundry with like my shirt and my underwear, because it's only been a day since I left town. And I've got that outside hanging up to dry. Other than that, everything's done. I'm working on some YouTube stuff, but I'm having to use regular cell signal because the Wi-Fi here is not good. So I'm just gonna relax and let my feet relax a little bit and go get some more food in a little later. 3:45 and I'm venturing out to get food. I guess I'm gonna go, there's a place called Jalapenos, a Mexican place over here. I'm gonna go there and get food. And then I'm gonna stop probably at Family Dollar to get some more stuff for the hotel room. And then I'm just gonna be in for the night. My feet are definitely feeling the effects of all the miles lately, and I wanna give them as much rest as possible while I'm in town. That was really good. It's more authentic than I'm used to, and it was good. I even had a soda, and I had like the Mexican Coke, you know, real sugar and all. So I'm gonna stop on over here at the Family Dollar and get a few things for the room, and then I'm done for the day. All right, so while I'm still across the street from this motel, what I was gonna tell you all is it's not the kind of motel that everybody's just there for a night or two. It seems that several people like probably live there. So I think it's just like people who live in these motel rooms and hikers. But it's fine. Everything's fine. And it is now 4:40, and the only thing I'm gonna do is eat some ice cream and drink some chocolate milk and drink some water and lay in this bed. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all now, because I can't imagine that's exciting. So I'll tell you all now, have a good night, and I'll be back on trail. We're leaving here at 7 a.m. tomorrow and got another big day planned. So have a good night. Thanks again for continuing to follow along, and I'll see you on trail tomorrow.